beauty. All right, so I've got basically one of every kind of cheese we talked about. We talked about fresh cheese, meaning that it's, the milk is split with the curd in the whey. So this is mozzarella, fresh mozzarella cheese from a buffalo, okay? So mozzarella di buffalo cheese, this is the fresh cheese. It's very soft, very mild, and has not really a strong cheese taste, okay? Then we've got goat's cheese, okay? In France, they call this one chèvre, C-H-E-V-R-E, okay, chèvre, or goat cheese. This is also considered relatively fresh. This particular one, okay? This is a very soft cheese, meaning that the goat's milk is again split into the curds and the whey, and then they make a fresh goat cheese out of it. You'll notice a very distinct taste difference between a goat milk cheese and a cow's milk cheese. The goat milk cheese will be, I want to say, more tangy, almost acidic-like. Okay, there'll be an acidity to it, but you'll notice a definite taste difference between these two. Okay, and when you come up here, obviously you're not going to come up here all at once, okay, because I don't want to be stormed. Okay, you'll come up here a few people at a time, you'll take a few tastes, and then you go sit down. Okay, we're going to do this in an orderly fashion, or I will kill you all. So we've got goat's cheese. Now we've got two cheeses here that look very similar. One cheese is camembert, one cheese is brie. These are both made using the mold ripening, meaning that the cheese is formed, the curd is formed into a brick, then it's coated in mold, okay, which is why we get the outside, quiet please. We get the outside whitening on it, okay? There's that white coating on the outside. We also talked a lot about, not a lot, but a bit about washed rind cheese, okay? And so this one here, terroir, this is a washed rind cheese. And you'll notice a very big difference between this and the brie and the camembert, okay? When you come up here, you'll be able to visually see the difference, that the mold is more pronounced on this one, whereas this one is no mold. Because what they do is they cover it with mold and allow it to start fermenting, then they wash it in salt water to stop the mold growing. Then they leave it to start growing again, and then they wash it again. So it's more of a controlled bacteria fermentation, okay? Then we've got cheddar cheese. You'll notice the color of this. It's not orange, like when you go to McDonald's to get a hamburger and they put cheese on it. It's the color of, I don't know, it looks like a Cheeto. It's bright orange, okay? This is real cheddar cheese. This is from Scotland, okay? You'll notice also when you eat this, this is not going to taste like probably the cheddar cheese you're used to at all, okay? So this is a bacteria-ripened cheese, meaning that the bacteria is introduced to the entire piece of cheese. This is a washed rind cheese, meaning the bacteria is only on the outside and is allowed to penetrate to a certain point. But this is washed to control it. These brie and camembert are mold ripened, meaning that the mold is put on the outside and it's allowed to ripen to a certain point. This one here is probably the one that most of you will dislike the most, blue cheese. Okay, this is a Dutch cheese called Danneblue, okay? But it's the same as Roquefort from France, okay? It's just produced in the Netherlands, okay? So they call it Danneblue up there. It's a type of blue cheese, okay? This one is made by introducing a blue bacteria, a specific type of bacteria into the cheese, and this blue cheese will then, the blue bacteria will start to eat its way through the cheese, okay? And that's how you get this varying color of blueness in there. It's also very strong smelling, very strong tasting. This is, like in Taiwan, you have stinky tofu, right? This is the European stinky tofu, right? It's the same thing, right? Many foreigners come to Taiwan, and they walk to a night market, they're like, whoa. What was that? And so it's, oh, that's stinky tofu, right? And they're like, oh, right? I love stinky tofu now. When I first got here, I can't say I was so in love with it. Now I love it, but it takes time, right? You develop a taste for things. Right now, you probably don't have a taste for blue cheese. When I was your age, maybe a bit younger, I didn't have a taste for blue cheese. But then I developed a taste for blue cheese, and my parents couldn't stock the house with enough blue cheese. Right? I was just like, my brother, my sister, me were like blue cheese eating machines. Right? Your palate develops over time. Okay, so you might not like something today, but you might like it in 10 years. You might like something today, you might not like it in 10 years. When I was a kid, I drank a lot of Coca-Cola. Now I never drink it. That's not because of my taste, that's because the stuff's horrible. So that's blue cheese, okay? Next, we've got, I mentioned as well, there's what they call Alpine style making cheese, and this is from Switzerland. So Gruyere cheese or Swiss cheese or Emmental cheese. Now, Swiss style making cheese isn't a unique style of making cheese. It's still a bacteria ripened cheese, okay? They just have a specific way of doing it, okay? And that they refer to as Swiss style cheese. So this is Gruyere cheese, okay? And usually on good cheeses, the outside will be labeled what the cheese is, okay? If you see a cheese that has this written on the outside skin, not that it has to say Gruyere, but any kind of cheese that has a labeling actually on the skin, that's a pretty good sign of quality, okay? So that is cow's milk cheese. Then here we have Parmesan cheese. This is the best Parmesan cheese you can get. This is Parmigiano Reggiano. So this is cow's milk cheese, aged 36 months minimum. Okay? In order to be Parmigiano Reggiano, it has to be cow milk cheese, and it has to be aged minimum 36 months. If it's not, it's usually just referred to as Parmigiano or Grana Padano, okay, which we talked about before, right? The two Italian cheeses, Grana Padano and Parmigiano Reggiano. Then, we also talked about meats, because you can't have cheese without the meat. So, we talked about cured Italian hams. So I didn't get any Italian hams today, but what I did get was the two best Spanish ones. So this is Jamón Serrano. So this is the cheaper variety of, not that this is cheap, this pack is about 300 NT. Okay, so it's not cheap. I mean, it's don't worry, this is all free. Okay, I get this all for free, so don't worry. But if you were to buy this would cost you around 300 NT. So it's not cheap. But in the world of hams, this is like, okay, I guess I'll have Serrano. If you got nothing else, right? So this is Serrano ham up here. This is the most similar to Parma ham or prosciutto from Italy, okay? When you eat this one, you'll notice that it's got a fairly salty taste and a fairly dry, not that it's dry, but a fairly drier texture than this particular one here. This is Iberian black pig. Okay, this is the most expensive. This pack will cost you about 800 NT. Okay? Of course, we don't pay for it. Now, you will notice, okay, a big difference when you come up here and look at these two hands. You'll notice that this particular one, the black pig, the Iberian pig, has a lot more marbling or fat running through the muscles. Okay? When you taste them, you're also going to notice, I hope that you notice. Now remember, this is not just like eating, like a wild animal, okay? I'm not going to kill you and turn you into a pig. Okay? So don't eat like a pig. Okay? You're here to taste things, yeah? When you taste this one, you're going to notice some saltiness, a dryness to it, okay? Almost crystallization. When you taste this one, the good ham back here, you're going to notice the color is totally different, yeah? This one is much darker red, okay? That's from the feed. Okay? These pigs are generally fed a mixture of grains and corn and nuts, whereas the Iberian pigs are fed basically only acorns and grass, right? The free-range pigs. So you're going to notice a big difference in color. Also, the marbling. The taste of this one, you're going to get fattiness, you're going to get nuttiness. Okay? This one, you're going to get saltiness. Then we also here have chorizo, which, as I mentioned before, we have two varieties, right? The cured chorizo from from Spain, and then we have fresh chorizo from Mexico. Okay? So this one, you're going to notice also saltiness. You're going to notice a little spiciness from the pepper, the paprika, and you're going to notice, obviously, the difference in composition. This one's got pureed pork, large chunks of pork, pork fat, all inside of it. Okay? We've also got focaccia bread, because you might want to eat a little bit of cheese with bread. That's fine. Also, we have here some very good olive oil. Remember I mentioned before, olive oil. This is one of the best olive oils you can get in Taiwan. This bottle is about 900 NT. Okay? Again. But don't worry about that. Typically in Italy, when they eat bread, they'll take balsamic vinegar. Balsamic vinegar, this is from Italy, right? From Modena, the city. This gold cap signifies the best quality. Okay? This particular brand comes in two varieties, white cap and a gold cap. White cap is the cheaper one, gold cap is the more expensive one. Okay? We only have gold cap. Sorry. So what they do is normally just drizzle in some vinegar into the olive oil. Okay? And then what you do is you take your bread and you run it through the oil and vinegar. So you have a bit of vinegar, a bit of oil, and then you eat it. Okay? What I recommend you do is take a piece of bread, put a little bit in the oil, just try the oil by itself. Okay? Because you want to taste the oil, you want to taste the fruitiness of the olives. Then into the vinegar and oil together and eat it. Okay? Any questions? Also, we have here truffle paste, black truffle paste. Okay? Also, you can take a little bit of this. Don't stick your dirty little fingers or your utensils in here. There's a fork in here for that reason. Take a little bit out, put it on your fork, try it. We also here have some white truffle oil. Okay? Again, you can take this, take a little bit onto your spoon or your fork, and have a taste. If you don't want to taste it, just have a smell. You'll notice a very powerful fungus mushroom smell. Here we also have capers. Remember we talked about capers from Italy? They're the little part of a bush that is salted. Okay? There's capers in here. You can smell it. It's got a very floral, fragrant smell. Take one out and taste it. Very, very salty, very fragrant. We also talked a little bit about horseradish. You remember this from Germany? This is very close relative of something from Japan. You remember what I said it was close relative of? Huh? What? Wasabi. Wasabi, yes. So this is basically European wasabi. Again, there's a fork here. Smell it. You'll notice a very similar smell to wasabi. Very, very sharp, very strong smell. Okay? Got it? Any questions? All right. Before you guys start, we have two guests here from our office, from our school, faculty. So come on up. You can. We're being polite now. It's nice to invite them. No, we don't clap. We don't clap. Come on up. Come on up. Come on. Oh, you can clap if you want. Anyways, help yourself. Hey! All right. And then you three ladies, you can come up behind them, help yourselves. I don't have any plates. There's a couple forks here if you want to take something. Everything's already cut. The cheese is all cut. Oh, you got that. You three ladies, come on. That's a very big food container. I don't think we're going to be eating all that. You can just eat the cheese by itself. Just have a good taste. That's very strong cheddar cheese. I'm surprised you ate the blue cheese. It's a different kind of cheese, that's for sure. Ladies, you can come on up, please. Very strong. Yeah, very strong. Let's keep moving. So when you taste the brie cheese and the camembert cheese, you'll also notice quite a similarity between them. But the camembert is going to be slightly more nutty, slightly more creamy than the brie cheese. Okay? But they're very, very similar.
The advantage to be tall.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's really nice. Thank you, teacher. No problem.
Some of you can come around this side as well. So once you've tasted some of the cheese and the meats, go back, sit down. There's lots of cheese to eat, so take a few pieces, go sit down. We can get more people coming through. Okay, ladies, start. So this is cheddar, Washington, brie, blue, camembert, goat cheese, Swiss cheese, Parmesan cheese. And you can just cut your own mozzarella there. This is Iberian ham, this is Serrano ham, chorizo. So this is considered the best in the world. Yeah, it's the most expensive ham. You'll often see this in restaurants and they have a whole leg and the guy there is carving it. This one's very expensive. In Spain it's quite cheap. Yeah, this is very, very expensive. All right, you ladies in the back, Miller, your table, you guys can start coming up and going through. Don't forget to try the truffle paste, try the truffle oil, have a sniff. Smell the fragrance of it. You use it to trying to get it. Trying to get it. It's already cut up. Are you trying to get a piece of this? Yeah, just take it for it. It's already cut. You can start at the other end as well. You know, you don't have to start at the cheese. You can get some of the Serrano ham in the other hands and then kind of work your way through this way as well. It's fine. Don't worry too much about it. Okay. Never mind, I got another fork here. What? Yeah. You're not going to take that giant piece. Okay, a little bit quicker, ladies. A little bit faster. That way, we have all the other people that are faster. Yeah, a little bit quicker. Remember to get a good amount of olive oil, good amount of vinegar on your breads. All right, Juan, your table. You all can come up, get in line. That's why it's cut. It's upside down.
Just take it off. Just take it off. Yeah.
Sorry, sir. What cheese is this again?
It's cheddar cheese and the washed rind cheese. Okay. So the cheddar cheese is gonna be much stronger than maybe what you're used to for like cheddar cheese.
Yeah.
That's very, very different. Okay?
Thank you.
Right there. More. There you go. There you go. Remember that the horseradish is quite spicy, guys. So you can take your mask down. It's not really good. Your mask down, good smell. Try the truffle paste. Smell the truffle oil. Just take the whole thing. It's literally a box of brie in front of you. I don't know how more obvious to make that. I don't know what else should I do. I wear a shirt that says brie. This is blue cheese. Camembert, goat cheese, Swiss cheese. Very good. Perfect. Oh, that's a big chunk of blue cheese. No, you took it now. It's too late. It's too late now. Very brave man. Very brave. I did this a couple years ago with some students, and one student tried the blue cheese with them. I thought they were going to throw up in class. I was like, go to the bathroom right now. Just get out of here. Pour this over. That's upside down. You're taking you guys to put on this side? Around here. Cheddar cheese, washed rind cheese. What's your name tag, Giza? Maybe just throw it behind you.
What cheese tastes the best?
All cheese tastes the best.
Oh, cheese.
That's a trick question, right? I don't know. I mean, everybody's different, right? I don't have a cheese I don't like.
Really? Not particularly.
You're not particular? I mean,
I like brie.
eating a whole wheel of blue cheese, that's a whole other story. That's a whole different thing. The goat's cheese, when you eat it, you're going to notice, like I said, a real tangy kind of twang from it. That's from the goat's milk itself.
It's not the goat.
No, it's not brie cheese. Yes, this is the brie cheese, blue cheese, camembert, goat cheese, Swiss cheese, Parmesan cheese, mozzarella, that's the mild one, mozzarella. All right, gentlemen, here please. Relax, here please. I don't mean like walk like. Just don't run, don't freak out. Okay? Line up nicely, please. Here, Alan, here, please.
Take the quick one. Yeah, very good.
So this is your cheddar cheese, okay? This is your washed rind cheese here. So this one will be a fairly creamy texture, not too strong. This is a very strong cheddar cheese, so it's going to be very different than probably what you're used to for cheddar. So this is the washed rind cheese, okay? Meaning that you'll notice the difference between the brie and this one, right? There's no mold on the outside of this one because they washed it in salt and it kind of keeps it, at bay, it stops it. Yeah? Well, they take it easy. There's a fork right here, huh? There's a piece right there. What's going on here? Didn't see it. Okay, let's keep it moving, please. Keep it moving. We've only got about 20 minutes left. Don't take the big piece of cheese, please. I'm joking. All right, we'll cut your hand off. There you go. I know. I'm just joking. Well, I'm not joking about taking the whole thing. I'm joking about cutting your hand off. All right, once you've got some stuff, please sit down. Let's keep it moving. You can always come back up for seconds after you've tasted some already, right? We have about 20-25 minutes left, so there's lots of time. Legs to back, you can cross the legs. Yeah, so you can come up and you can go on both sides. Far back, then I'll wheel you in, okay? Where's your classmate? Wait, no, she can come up and get her own. You can go on both sides, ladies. Huh? What? Cheddar cheese? Terroir cheese? All the cheese type. You can go, ladies, hello, you can come around this side as well. Just speed up a little bit. Didn't you? I thought you said you already took it. Now you didn't take it? Oh. La goose. Okay, exciting through there. What do that for sauces? You need it for, a variety of things. You need it for just like wasabi. All right, let's keep going through. Let's keep moving. Now you're just getting your first round. Perfect. Okay. Oh, we're coming to get more, huh?
I need bread.
Oh, well, you guys can take more. I don't want any of this food left over. I want to. We gotta eat it all.
Two types of
Literally every cheese is in front of the cheese.
Oh,
You know what I
okay.
mean? Yeah. Help yourself, help yourself. There's lots to go around. I don't want anything left here. This class is supposed to be over at 10:10. What time does Shawi start?
10:20.
She starts at 10:20, right? Perfect. I don't care. It's my camera. I don't care either. All right, good. You're welcome.
This is great.
Thank you very much. Thank you for coming.
I've never tried this cheese, and I really wanted to try it.
Congratulations. Gongchi, Gongchi, you made it. You've done it. You're welcome. There's still lots of cheese up here, lots of meat, lots of bread if you want. I'm not taking any of this cheese back, so it's either going in your mouths or it's going in the garbage. Help yourselves. I got lots of bread here.
Can I take a piece for Amy?
Piece of what? Piece of,
bread.
oh, sure, yeah. Help yourself to more cheese, help yourself to more bread, help yourself to more meats, help yourself to more cheese. Like I said, I'm not taking any of this back with me, so it's either going in your stomachs or in the garbage. Sure, sure, come on. If you want more cheese, more bread, more meat, please come back. Don't forget to try the truffle oil, try the truffle paste, try the olive oil, try the vinegar, try the capers, the horseradish. There's lots still to taste, so help yourself. There's lots more to eat, so help yourself. Come back up if you want more. There's plenty still here, please. I'm not taking it with me, so if it doesn't go in you, it goes in the garbage. Help yourself. There's lots of bread still, lots of meats, lots of cheese, lots of stuff.
Which one? Help yourself, please. I don't want to take any of this back with me, so it's either
hate wasting food, but
And this kind of food,
yeah.
it's a big waste. Oh.
Help yourself. We have lots of bread. I'm not taking any of this back with me. So help yourself. Help yourself.
What is the sound one?
That looks like Gruyere cheese. Yeah, it's kind of crystalline inside, right? Excellent. I was telling him that. That's so funny. I was telling him who was it, Lenny? He was like, oh, blue cheese. You remember Lenny? He was like, oh, I'm going to die.
But I like blue cheese. Like fromage.
Oh, that's it. That's finished. It's all finished. Yeah, but it's all finished. This is good. Yeah. I like that. Okay, good work. We almost finished everything. Does anyone want any more bread? If not, it's going in the garbage. Take it. Here. Okay. All right. Now we have to do a little bit of cleanup. So I need people to take these plates into the dishwashing area. A little soap, a little water, please. Thank you. I have towels here for drying. Plates need to be washed, plates need to be dried. You want to take one home? Yeah, I don't want to. smelling here, huh? I guarantee you that class, he's trying to complain. All right, all these things need to be washed, please, before we go. So let's get this done, please. I don't want any of this food left over.